In one of the most unique and precise strikes in modern warfare, Israel allegedly targeted Hezbollah operatives in Lebanon by exploiting their pager network. This method turned a relatively low-tech communication tool into a deadly weapon, causing pagers to explode simultaneously across Lebanon and parts of Syria. The attack resulted in at least 9 deaths and around 2,800 injuries, with almost all the casualties being Hezbollah members or affiliates. The operation, attributed to Israeli intelligence agencies like Mossad, involved planting explosives or software in the pagers, which detonated remotely. Hezbollah, long reliant on pagers to avoid mobile phone tracking, found itself caught in this unexpected and deadly breach of its communication system. While Israel did not officially comment on the attack, many observers noted its strategic brilliance. The precision of this operation was astounding. By targeting a device as ubiquitous and unassuming as a pager, Israel demonstrated its capability to infiltrate and disrupt Hezbollah's operations with surgical accuracy, avoiding significant civilian casualties. The operation, lasting about an hour, unfolded with devastating coordination, causing widespread chaos among Hezbollah's ranks. Experts have described this attack as one of the most efficient strikes in modern warfare, with almost 100% of the casualties being combatants, making it a near-perfect tactical execution. Despite the overwhelming accuracy and the clear focus on Hezbollah operatives, the operation has drawn significant international condemnation. Nations and organizations that traditionally critique Israeli military actions accuse the country of excessive force, despite the absence of significant civilian casualties. Hezbollah itself has vowed revenge, framing the attack as an act of criminal aggression. The group holds Israel fully responsible, promising a retaliatory response for what it sees as an unprovoked assault on its infrastructure. Hezbollah's response highlights the complex and fragile nature of the Israeli-Lebanese relationship, where every strike carries the risk of broader conflict. The international response to Israel's pager attack on Hezbollah has revealed deep-seated biases and contradictions. In an era where civilian casualties often dominate the narrative of war, Israel's ability to conduct a highly targeted strike with minimal collateral damage should have been praised for its precision. Yet, much of the global community quickly condemned the operation, accusing Israel of aggression without fully acknowledging the surgical nature of the strike. This reaction raises critical questions about the double standards applied to Israel's military operations. In many other global conflicts, precision strikes that minimize civilian casualties are lauded. When NATO forces or other Western powers carry out drone strikes or cyber attacks with similar levels of precision, these actions are typically justified as necessary for global security. However, when Israel executes one of the most targeted operations in the history of warfare, ensuring that nearly every casualty is an armed combatant, the condemnation is swift and harsh. The reasons for this hypocrisy are multifaceted. For one, Hezbollah enjoys significant support in Lebanon and across the broader region, with many viewing the group as a legitimate resistance movement. This support clouds the perception of Hezbollah's status as a militant organization actively involved in hostilities against Israel. Furthermore, geopolitical factors often influence how the international community reacts to Israeli military actions. Nations sympathetic to Hezbollah or opposed to Israel's broader geopolitical stance are quick to condemn, regardless of the military precision involved. In this case, Israel's ability to execute a near-perfect combatant-only strike was ignored in favor of the usual tropes of excessive force. Even though Hezbollah itself admitted that the overwhelming majority of the casualties were its fighters, the narrative of Israeli aggression persisted. This reveals an inherent bias against Israel that overlooks the complexities of asymmetric warfare and the steps the country takes to limit civilian harm, even when engaging a group like Hezbollah, which operates among civilians. As Israel and Hezbollah continue their hostilities, this pager attack stands as a stark example of how technological innovation in warfare can drastically change the dynamics of conflict. However, unless the international community can shed its double standards and acknowledge the nuances of such operations, Israel will continue to face disproportionate condemnation, no matter how precise its military actions are.